Dear Muslims, the world is scared of us. The world is laughing at us. The world is worried about us. And there are legitimate reasons for their worry that we cannot just deny. It is time to flush the word Islamophobia down the toilet and start looking in the mirror and ask ourselves, how did we get here? How come the biggest and most dangerous thriving terrorist organization in the world are Muslim? How come terrorists successfully use Islam to mobilize more terrorists? What is the problem with our leaders, our books, our imams, and our religion? Why do we keep repeating these Stone Age traditions that have failed us and continue to fail us? The world has left us behind. The kuffar that our imams and books tell us to hate have traveled to the future while we're still stuck in the Middle Ages, reading stories about Muhammad and his flying horse. You're watching this on your phone or your computer or tablet, created by these kuffars. The same kuffar that we hate so much have created most of the medicines that we use today. Medicine that our religion's crystal ball failed to bring about. The kuffar have moved forward and traveled into space. Meanwhile, we're stuck on earth in the Middle Ages, going to our poisonous mosques every Friday, reciting the same chapters and the same stories of Prophet Muhammad. Why haven't all of these books and teachings led us to science and technology and medicine? We're stuck debating which sect is correct, which interpretation is correct, who is the kafir and who is the real Muslim. How can we convince the kuffar to become Muslims? Why on earth would anybody want to be Muslim today? They're all scared of us. They're all laughing at us. They're all worried about us. Delete Israel and the West from the world and we would still be as ignorant as we are, and we would still be stabbing each other as we are. Stop blaming them and look at yourselves in the mirror. As Arabs, we need to admit that the West and Israel are not our oppressors. We Arabs are our worst enemies and biggest oppressors. We Arabs have killed and oppressed 1,000,000 times more of our own kind than the West and Israel. It was not the West or Israel that married off my mother when she was a child. It was my own people. It is not the West or Israel that has been bombing Yemen and killed over 400,000 Yemenis. It is our own people. It is not Israel or the West that has implanted Islamic extremism in the East and in the West. It is our books, it is our mosques, it is our imams, it is what we read and what we preach. It is not the West or Israel that force us to treat our women like commodities. And most of all, it is not the West or Israel that do not value Arab lives. It is we Arabs who do not value human lives. If we do not admit to ourselves that we are the problem, that we need to progress, that we need to change, then change will never happen and blood will keep on flowing and no one will respect us. How do we expect the international community to respect us when we do not respect ourselves?